we're going to do is we're going to write an I am from poem. So the first line of your poem is going to be I am from. So I am from the color brown. My mother's hands, our Chevy station wagon, our front and backyards, our dirt driveway, the dead-end street.
I think nowadays that's really important with, especially with Native kids, is to do a lot of reflection of themselves and think of their identity, their family, their culture, and their place and where they're at and how they feel about themselves. Because I know when I was growing up, I didn't get any of that kind of stuff. Dealing with the kids in the city, it's like they understand that they're Native, but they don't really know their language, they don't know their culture. All these factors are just build-ups to how these students develop. At this school, I think this project really gave the students a chance to see themselves more and reflect upon more, especially with Chrissie Orr and Michelle. They really helped focus the ideas of what they wanted students to produce in their journaling, and that was important for me.
And then you're just going to let yourself imagine. So if it was a great experience, like when you met your best friend, maybe you can imagine the ways that that meeting has shaped you or changed you or made you the person that you are. If it was a difficult experience, something painful, then maybe you can imagine how that experience shaped you, or maybe you can imagine what might have happened differently if that hadn't happened. And this is a way to tell a different kind of truth. Maybe not the truth in history, but it can be the truth that's in our hearts.
If we can honor who they are, where they're from, and how we're different than our ancestors, and how our ancestors had to shed tears and shed blood in order for us to be sitting here today, then I think that, you know, like myself, you won't kind of have to hide that. They'll know who they are, and they can begin their process of becoming a whole person.
Projects like El Otro Lado are a vital part of many of these young people realizing really that they should be proud of their history and that they should be proud of their parents and grandparents and really see them as heroes for the amazing things, the sacrifices, the strength that it takes to make the decisions that they've had to make.
It gives them skills to value who they are, value where they come from, their roots, their family, and it also breaks a lot of the taboos that we might have as a community, a lot of the things that we don't really talk about, or history and all the common ground that we have, but we really never talk about.
You know, you're hanging out with these kids and trying to get close to them. There's this big wall, but you wonder why, kind of, but then you realize when they open up a little bit, like a lot of the reasons there is that wall, and just really seeing a lot of the issues that young kids have to deal with nowadays, and a lot of the hardships that people go through with family.
It's good to let go of things sometimes and let your expressions like be liberated. And just like where I'm from here, from New Mexico. Like I really never thought about it. I was like, this is where I'm from and this is who I'll always be. And I'll always carry it with me. It was something new, something I won't forget.
By telling their story and by telling where they came from, they really discover who they are, even though they're already that person, but they realize what it means to be that person.
There are many problems I'd like to share with this pen and this paper. Saying it loud is hard for me, because you see, the life of a teenage boy in high school, people make fun of you. People tease you, step all over you, but no, enough, I say. I deserve the same respect as any other person. I am human. Hear me out. This is my life. I am from South Dakota, where the culture is fresh and the northern lights shine so bright.
I am from Dia de los Muertos parades in Chile Verde. I'm from my abuela, who called me Diana since the day I was born, and she told me that she would pray for me. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén.
Beautiful evening, and to see all the participants up there able to stand up in front of 250 people and speak so much from the heart and so much words that have so much meaning, and I think touched everybody. It was just so beautiful. It's such a great project that happened here.
I am from life, where I had to leave my friends, my family, and my home, just to come back to my friends, my family, and my home. I am from getting the biggest greeting in the town of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am from Laguna Pueblo, feasts, deer dances, throws, and a lot of other stuff that I love and I've come to know. I come from hanging with my friends over the summer. I'm from coming to school at the Native American Community Academy. I'm from getting in trouble in class to distractions in class. I'm from love at NACA.
I'm from these borders that I wish were strings I could cut. I am from the universe, where borders are infinite, where children are not denied education because they don't have papers. I am from the universe. Soy del universo, de las estrellas y los planetas.